What you guys, got another video here for you. If you're looking for a new computer desk that allows you to stand up as well as sit down, this desk has it all. It's the flexispot active standing desk. It's the EQ5 model. You can change the color base to whatever color you want, and you can also choose whatever color desktop you want. It's got anti-collision technology, also dual motor 3-stage frame included. It also has a height range from 62 to 127 centimeters, which means you can fully stand up when you're using the desk itself. You can set it at certain levels, whatever suits you, depending on your height. Again, if you want to use this, the noise decibels for the motor is only 50 decibels, but you're only going to be using it once you get it to your required setting. 275 pounds is the overall weight of this desk, which makes it very heavy. So if you are carrying it up some stairs, you might need some help, because it nearly killed me carrying this up the stairs. It really is heavy. So that said, let's go ahead and get this put together. I must say I found it super easy to put this together. I chose the bamboo top on this one, and if you want to choose the bamboo top, you'll see what it looks like. It comes very well packaged, as you can see here. Everything comes in separate boxes, and putting the motors on and all that are already pre-applied to the actual frame. And it comes in easy to follow instructions, and it also comes with the screws in separate little compartments with letters on them, so you will know exactly which screws to use when it tells you on here. And it's really easy to follow, so you just have to break them open, and then all in sequence as you get them out the box. So first off, I'm going to use this bit of foam that comes in the packaging here just to lift it off the floor a bit, because it is pretty heavy, and I want to be able to screw these down with the screws that are in the kit. It also comes with an Allen key which you can use to tighten these down. Now once you get the general base set up, it is pretty straightforward from here, so it's a bit fiddly to start off with, but once you get it all started, it does start to come together really easy. Just follow along, it's pretty straightforward and easy to set up. So I'm going to put these screws in, and you have to follow this along on both sides. So I'm going to do one side, and then I'm going to leave the other side off camera so not to make the video too long. So just tighten these up, and you don't have to really over tighten these, because you can end up stripping the screws. You don't want to be doing that. So just get them enough tight so they're not going to come undone. Once that's done, we can move on to the next stage. So the next stage is to flip it over, and you should see this ridge facing upwards here, and you'll get two legs in another box. So you need to get those out and put them on. Now they've got some sort of power unit here, or motor, which is already attached to the legs, which makes this super easy to get installed onto the actual frame here. Now a previous table I did, these were all separate and you had to screw all these down, but this comes as one complete unit, and it's pretty heavy, so be careful. And once you get the screws in, tighten these down, pretty much same as before. I'm just going to go a little bit tight until I feel a bit of resistance and work my way around, and then go around and nip them up a little bit tighter afterwards. So just work your way around the actual 4 screws here. Now there's also one identical one on the opposite side, so once I've done this one, you can do the other one as well. I'm only going to show you one, so just follow along. So next up, we need to do the base of the leg here, and I'm just going to slot this into position here, and there's 2 of these, so you need to do one on each side. So I'm just going to put the 4 screws in. It will tell you exactly which screws to use, and then all you need to do here is just tighten these up with your fingers and then nip them up with the actual Allen key here. Now if you're like me and you're always sitting at a desk working, it's always good to get some circulation in your legs by standing up. So this is where these tables come into their own. You can basically use the motor to bring the table up so you can stand up, and this is going to help get some circulation in your legs rather than sitting down all the time. So these are a must-have if you're working at the computer desk all the time. Now you may be thinking that the price of these desks are pretty expensive, and you'll be right, they are, but they are built to last, and the build quality on them is very, very good, and it's going to last you many, many years to come. Now all of the desktops have pre-drilled holes in them, which means you just have to line up the base now to the holes on here. Make sure the rubber grommets are in the holes, they come pre-inserted. You will need to adjust the size of the base here depending on what type of size of desktop that you bought. So just loosen these off so you can extend the base out. Now this bit was a bit fiddly, so you might need a little bit of help from someone just to pull it apart a little bit, but you can get it to the right length Just make sure that the base legs are lined up with the pre-drilled holes on the actual desktop here. And then when you've got it all lined up, take your time. It does take a bit of time to get this lined up. Then you can screw down the screws that you loosened off to make it nice and tight here. This is to keep the base at this distance. Once you're happy with this, you can then go ahead and start to screw down the base here. And I'll show you how to do that right now. So what we've done here is I've lined these up. You can use a tape measure to measure the ends to make sure you're in perfect alignment with the pre-drilled holes on the actual desktop here. I'm using an impact drill here to screw these down. It just makes screwing a lot more easier. This way you can just screw these straight in with no problem at all. If you're using a hand screwdriver, it might be a little bit more difficult, so I'd prefer to use something like this. Now just look at the manual and it will tell you exactly where the screw holes are, and you need to screw these all down. I'm just going to put 2 screws here as it's told me to do so to keep this in position, and I'm going to go ahead and screw these in. So you need to do both sides of the legs and also in the middle here to hold it in position here. Now, if you don't have one of these fancy impact drivers, you can always get electric screwdriver, and that should be good enough to screw these screws into the actual desktop here. So I'm going to plug all the cables in now, and this is so we can get power to the controller, and we can also get power to the actual motors and stuff like that when we plug it in. And this will help the table go up and down when you push the controller. I'll show you all that in a second. Once we get all these plugged in, we will be able to use a little cover here to cover all of these cables up. So when they've built this table, they've actually thought about everything on this table, because it makes it super easy to do cable management and everything else. So I'm just going to plug the rest of these in, and we can move on to the final phase, which is getting that control panel on and putting the cover plate on the bottom here. So I've mounted the controller box with the 2 screws, which you get in the kit, and I just need to tidy this cable up. And also I've already put the 4 screws in, which go into this area here. They don't go all the way down, it's just to squeeze the cover plate here to cover all the cables, and it's on a little slider basically like this. So this is pretty straightforward stuff. You just screw the screws in, and then you just squeeze the actual bottom plate inside the screws to run along the little channel there. Now the wooden top is an excellent finish, as you can see here. It really is a nice finish, this bamboo top. I do like it, and again, depending on which one you purchase, it does not do it justice on the images on the website. And there we have it. It looks absolutely awesome. It really does. It's a really good desk. I really do like it. And it's going to give me the ability to be able to stand up when I'm working and sit down. I've already got another one for my main computer. This one's going to be used for building PCs and doing reviews and other things like that. I've put a PC on here just to show you what it would look like. You can even run an RGB strip around the outside of it if you want to, and do some other cool things like put maybe a monitor stand on there, so you've got a couple of monitors on there. But there's a closer look at the actual finish on the wood here. Really is nice. I really do like it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get many years of use out of this desk. So if you're looking for a high quality desk with good build quality that you can adjust the height on, then this desk is definitely up there. So I'll just give you a quick look at what the actual table does. You can go up and down. Obviously I'm not going all the way up to the top because it goes up nearly above my head. And again, depending on your height, so if you're pretty tall, this will be able to suit your needs when you're standing up. Anyway, I think that's going to be about it. I'll leave all the links and information in the video description. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a big shout out to all my YouTube members who have joined my second tiered YouTube members group. I really do appreciate the support. Your names are rolling up on the screen right now. And I shall see you again for another video real soon. Thanks again for watching. If you want to join our Discord server, the link is also in the video description. Bye for now.